So I worked with Sprinkler for 4 years, and before that, I worked with IBM and ZS Associates as well. My real life projects, I believe if I can share my experience with the students, how we are solving those problems, how we are creating new features for top clients globally, I think the students will get to know how these product developments happen, how are we consulting top clients, and how are we giving them a good ROI. Along with theory, when we add practical examples, students get to know better. I believe they are also curious to know how those problems got solved. So I believe this is very useful for their holistic development.
Considering masters in business administration, a lot of context comes from the industry when it comes to industry exposure. And in that sense, when we try to bring in more industry experts, we try to relate what kind of expectations are there in the industry and what preparation should we go for our students to make them more competent and relevant for the kind of profiles that we are looking for.
So it was an amazing session that we had. So the session revolved around two different perspectives, that is a product manager and a product consultant. The session gave us a visual representation of how the industry works. It was a practical session where we also got to know a bit about the tools that are used in the industry. So it gave us a perspective like how to align our theories to actually get the practical thing out of that. So the industry expectations were set, key takeaways were given as far as Gen AI is concerned, and there was also a role play kind of thing that was done in the class. That was the fun part actually. So we were actually assigned product manager, product consultant, and then the entire process was explained that how a product life cycle is maintained from the start to the end. And also we were clearer about the roles, what to expect from the industry when we are targeting both the roles. So yeah, it was an insightful session.
I see more enthusiasm when it comes to having a kind of a brainstorming, and they find to seek aspirations from people to whom they are trying to get into probably in the next coming few years, and that motivates them to be more participative in such sessions and make it more outcome based.
I believe when we work with teachers here, with faculties here, we add one industry element. We add demos of the softwares that are used in real world. Second is we show them end to end how the real problems are solved, how various team in industry work. We also help them in preparing for various interview rounds which companies are looking for. We also help them about the evolving need of the market industry, which emerging trends are coming, how it's shaping the world. And I believe if we can blend traditional theoretical courses with practical blend of industrial experts, I believe it will give them a complete experience, and I think it will help them in knowing the real world problems as well. So I believe they are happier, they are curious, and also it helps them prepare for the corporate world which they'll be joining soon.
So when we talk about marketing and sales, students from these kind of platforms, they need to understand how to make sales forecasts, how to do data modeling in terms of bringing more revenue to the business. So there are a lot of aspects in terms of models that we generally look for. How to apply these models, that's where the role comes of any industry expert who comes and tell them that this is what you need to know in terms of the contextual application of the theory that you might have read into some book. This is how you should apply it into a given platform, be it Python, be it R, or any other platform. That's what we generally are trying to target into when it comes to bringing people from different industry. So that's what our broad orientation is in a longer run.